Get the skill for 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy, man. You know,
No day, how am I gonna do this? Yeah, don't wait for her, man. Don't wait for her, man. Don't wait for her. I'll tell you what, man. Come with me now, and I'll get you some lunch. I'll hook you up with some.
There you go. Perfection. Welcome back to my Turk documentation. Today is week 5, so it's start of the second phase because I'll be upping my dose to 4 caps a day. For the first 4 weeks, I was on only 2 caps a day. Now I'll be on 4 caps a day. The only reason for this is testing. I have no idea what benefits it's supposed to wield. The more dose, maybe the more effect. So hopefully that's true. I would like to increase my strength a lot more. And my physique, of course, anything to get better. So what's funny is I actually have to use this reminder app now. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it shows like my days of the week. And I have it set up where I actually get a reminder on my phone and also on my smartwatch when to take my Turk pills because I spread them throughout the day. My first pill and second pill have already been taken today. I took my first pill at 6 a.m., second pill at 11 a.m., third pill at 4 p.m. and fourth pill at 9 p.m. Sometimes I take the fourth pill a little bit sooner if I want to go to bed. Have I experienced any new side effects or anything new, positive or negative on 4 pills? I have not. I don't think I have, except for maybe a increased appetite again, but barely anything. I just noticed that eating at 2,400 calories hasn't really been sustainable. I've been getting hungry, which is not a good sign. And I think I spread my meals out pretty effectively throughout the day. So I am going to start increasing my calories by 100 every week. And this week is going to start at 2,500. Maybe I'll go up to 2,600 next week, just depending on how I feel. And just not by too much so that I don't get fat. It's just to see if I can be satiated better and feel better. Maybe that'll also solve what I think is me feeling a little bit weak in the gym because sometimes my lifts just don't feel that great, even though my strength is going up. So maybe it's all just in my head. My strength, let me pull that up here. I have a new spreadsheet. Obviously, we can go over like any strength numbers, which include the machines, but no one really cares about the machines. Those are all accessory movements anyway. I'm going to be focusing on the really important lifts. All the compound lifts are going to be on Smith machines, so keep that in mind. Usually you can lift a little bit more on a Smith machine compared to a free weight Olympic barbell. But we're going to be covering mainly bench press, seated shoulder press, bent over row, deadlift, and leg press because I actually hate squatting on the Smith machine. So I actually have my spreadsheet from when I was at what I think is some of my highest strengths, especially on a cut. This is my highest strengths on a cut. So I was doing a powerlifting program to keep my strength while I was cutting last year, so 2020. And my squat for reps was 260, my overhead press for reps was 150, my deadlift for reps was 300, and my bench for reps was 245. I have no idea what my 1 rep max is. The spreadsheet claims that those numbers at the top are my 1 rep max. I've never tested it because I have never had anyone to lift with. I've been lifting by myself in my home gym for as long as I can remember. I know that some of these numbers seem low, especially deadlift at only 300, squat at only 260. So my squat has always gone down a ton whenever I was cutting. My squat has been at 3 plates and maybe even a little bit above 3 plates. But you know, when you're cutting, it's terrible to do that movement. It's like the most exhausting movement. Deadlift is only at 300, not because I was getting weaker on a cut, but because I only had 300 pounds total, including my barbell, to lift. So my deadlift would just cap at 300 pounds and I could rep it out for like 6 reps or something like that, which isn't that strong. I'm stronger now through the Smith machine. As you can see, my deadlift on the Smith is 335 for 2, which was extremely good. Any higher weight or any more reps, I just start shaking. So I know I can't do any more than that. My squat is really weak because I don't like squatting. My leg press is all right, I guess. It's been a lot higher in the past. I don't have any proof, but I think this is 5 plates. I've gone up to 7 or 8 before for reps, so this is kind of bad. My bent over row is actually really good for reps. 195 for 8. I think my row has never been at that high of a weight for that many reps. Maybe I just have good response to increasing my back on Turkesterone. Maybe I've never tried to push my back that much, but I've only ever really done rowing and lat pull down and even weighted pull-ups for my back movement. So I doubt I have a weak back. I have a good natty back, good natural back. My bench press is noticeably higher, but I think this is the same strength that I was at when I used to lift on a Smith machine. 275 for 2. I think I've been able to do 275 for 6 or even 8 in the past on a Smith machine, but free weight, I've only been able to do 245, it seems. That seems kind of low. I feel like I've definitely done more. Who knows? I don't have it written down or documented. My seated shoulder press is approaching my overhead press, and that's standing overhead press, by the way, on those old lifts. So I was technically stronger on that old lift, but things are coming along nicely, especially on my row. I'm really impressed. I wish I had documented my row in the past, but I used to use the row as a accessory movement just because I was limited on my equipment. My physique feels like it actually hasn't changed that much for the first time, which makes sense. I think I'm getting towards the end of my muscle memory, and this is usually what I look like at about 166 pounds. So anything I gain should just be like a little bit of muscle, and Turkesterone's not going to give you like 10 pounds of muscle in like a month. It'll give you a little bit if you respond at all. I'm just trying to recomp right now, or just gain a little bit of muscle and a little bit of fat. If I'm not recomping, just like not get fat through this winter season. After 16 weeks, I am going to cut, so I don't want to get fat. My body weight change is non-existent. My weight is still about the same. It's actually pretty much the same. I often weigh in like just at the same weight just all the time. And my fluctuations, even on days where I'll consume like extra calories as like a cheat meal or something, my weight is exactly the same the next day. It's almost like I just don't retain water weight on Turkesterone, because I used to retain a lot of water weight. Maybe just one day of just one cheat meal isn't bad. I think that's it to cover for my progress. Not that exciting for week 5. Definitely on week 8, I'll be doing a big recap again, just like week 4. I've been getting this question: is Greg's Turk the best Turk on the market? I'm the wrong person to ask. I have literally only used Greg's Turk, and I've only been using it for such a small amount of time. There's someone, let me see if I can go pull him up. Okay, Cooper Doran. Cooper Doran has documented his use of multiple brands of Turkesterone and multiple brands of Ecdysterone. So if you want to like find out anything about any Turkesterone, he would probably be the guy to go ask or just watch his videos for. If you want to like isolate the market down to Greg's Turk and Derek's Turk, because they're probably the most like relevant people, I don't even think that they're comparable because they're different price points and they're different formulations. So you just have to choose one, to be honestly. You just go with your gut. You choose who you want to support, how much money you want to spend, how many caps you want to do a day. If you're a guy or a girl, I don't know, dude. No one really knows much about Turkesterone, which is why I'm documenting this. And no one knows anything about Greg's Turk, so I'm documenting this so people find out more. Unfortunately, I'm not enough. It seems like not a lot of people have been testing or weighing in on how well Greg's Turk has been working. Just like a handful of like reviews after using it for a small amount of time, which isn't going to tell anything. Hopefully more people document longer lengths of time using this supplement so we know if it works. I think that my muscle memory recovering this fast, and after a month I'm pretty much where I was before I fell out of shape, is motivating. However, in my physique, I look more watery, but on top of that, I'm also consuming like maybe 600 to 800 more calories a day compared to my peak physique. So I'm going to retain more glycogen and water and things just naturally, just off of a higher calorie intake. So that's really just nothing to think about. So that's it for this week. Next week, I should be doing a different posing routine. I forgot. It's either week 6 or week 7. I will be doing a like a real posing routine, not just me in the mirror, so that my physique is showcased better and that there's better progress to note. Thank you for sticking around if you have, or if you're new. Thanks for watching. I'll be uploading next week and maybe sooner, and I'll see you whenever I upload. Tschüss.